Hi, Sean Huxter here. Welcome to Magical Little Worlds with me. Tonight we're going to do a fairly long one, I think, because we're going to talk about the Jurassic Park Micro Adventures by Mattel. Now, I've reviewed these two before. This is the Spinosaurus. I mean, look, this is absolutely gorgeous. This is what we should be getting out of Mattel. I absolutely love that Mattel has brought Polly Pocket back and has been for many years now, doing a really great job. This last year, they've also released a bunch of new sets that are really cool. I have most of the ones that I want. They're also coming out with a bunch of new ones. They just announced. Let's see what I just got Clueless, and I've already done a review of that. They announced Elf, which I don't have yet. Obviously, they haven't released that yet. They're going to do a Wicked one. They're doing Peanuts, and one from a fashion brand, store shop line. GSDC or something. I'm not quite sure what that is, but the compact's beautiful, so I'm probably going to have to get that, even though I don't know what it is. But they do not come close to anything like the detail of this beautiful thing. This is absolutely stunning detail. I love the fact that the teeth are rubber, so they're perfectly soft, but you can play with them. You can have these sharp teeth open and not have a problem with it. And as I said, I'm not going to re-review these because I've done that already, but they are beautiful. They have little dinosaurs in them and play features, and for anybody who is familiar with the mighty one himself, this rings a lot of bells. And of course, then there's the Tyrannosaurus. Again, my God, how beautiful is that? This set is gorgeous. You open it up, same thing, rubber teeth, but you open it up and it's got the Mighty Max-like trap here. It's just absolutely stunning. I don't know if it's got the most play features in the world, but I absolutely adore this. Detail-wise, oh, I love it. And why is this going to be a long video? Well, because, guys, these are nice. But this one threatens to be nicer. I love the fact that when I'm zooming out, this is too much. I love the fact that when this came, this protective box was over the mouth. It was actually wrapped around and tucked under here. And then this just comes away, packaging. Now, if you follow my videos, you will know I always drop something on the floor, but I've never once before dropped my camera on the floor. I'll probably have to edit that little bit out. Okay, what do we have? This beautiful thing. This is... I saw the movie last weekend, and the Mosasaurus definitely plays a huge role in that movie, for a good portion of it anyway. And look at that thing. There are so many Jurassic Park toys right now at like Target and Walmart. There is a Mosasaurus that's like, what, 3 feet long? It is massive. And it's very much like this. This one is only the head, however. Now, again, before I even open it, look at the detail on this thing. Now, what is the package? Well, it's called... Oh, what's that noise? Yeah, it's got noise. Jurassic World Rebirth. It's got the Ultimate Mosasaurus. And it is the Micro Adventures line. And you see the speaker there? That's because it says, "Try me." It also says it includes 6 microfigures. And there they are. You've got the Quetzalcoatlus. Now, please, I don't know all of them. I believe this is the Dominus Rex or Indominus Rex. This, I can't remember all the names. This is similar to a Brachiosaur, but it isn't. This is the Spinosaurus. This, I think that's not I don't know. That's certainly not another Mosasaurus. Yeah, I think that's another Mosasaurus. Yeah, because this is that would make sense. It's a Mosasaurus. And a little helicopter. It says 4+, needs batteries. 4+, probably because the parts are small. Now, it's a noisy beast. Now on the back, we see the open set. Not going to tease that too much. But we do say we have a Raptor breakout. Oh, let's do it in order. Number 1, protect the dinosaur eggs. Number 2, well, it doesn't say what that is, but that is the Quetzalcoatlus protecting the dinosaur eggs. Number 3, it doesn't say what that is either. Number 4 is Raptor breakout. Number 5, where's 5? Is the Spinosaurus. And number 6 is Wreck the Ship. Again, sounds abound. All right, without further ado, we're opening this puppy. I guess I could do it while on camera. Sure, why not? I have this great little tool for cutting. I've been collecting toys now since like late 1990s. Obviously, I've been a toy collector all my life, but I really got into it in the 1990s. And one thing that really always bothered me are the twist ties and stuff. So I just determined to find myself a quick way out, and I found these nail clippers. They're the best. You just get in there and snap. Snap. Well, I think that's probably enough. But these are actually pretty good also for metal twist ties or plastic wrap metal twist ties. Just don't use a pair that you use for yourself because it will eat away at the teeth, as you can see. But nothing clears through one of those things faster. So let's see. Have I got enough yet? I don't think so. That only solves part of the problem. Let's see. I am sure this is going to be anchored down. Oh, it's not. I thought it would be anchored. Okay, it is anchored down. So it's got these little anchor keys here, these toy keys. But when I twisted it, I kind of twisted those keys to the point where I can release it. And we'll just, I was going to say throw the box away, but we got some guests to welcome. So let's put the head aside for a moment. And that's free our beasts. And that looks like they're all under one plastic shell. I should just be able to reach under there. I'm going to do this slightly off camera for a second. If I can do this. Yeah. And pull away. You're hearing it. And it comes away with the cardboard on. So I'll just push these through now, maybe, hopefully. No, maybe not. I'll peel it away. It's going to be a bit messy, but that's okay. One. This is slow. It must be a quicker way. Yeah, there we go. Two. Three. We'll talk about these in great detail. Well, not great detail, but in detail momentarily, in a moment. Get out the old knife again. Pull away some of the cardboard. And peel away. I sometimes do this off camera paused, but I thought you might want to see this. So there's your Mosasaurus, I think. They're really in there pretty well, by the way. I'll talk more about these guys as soon as I have freed them from their cages. Or hangar bays, depending on if it's a helicopter. Okay, there's your 6 figures. So let's start with the helicopter first. First of all, ugh, really? This is probably the worst miniature helicopter I've seen in a playset. Probably the very worst. It doesn't look like anything. Okay, 0 marks for that one. Now let's talk about the Spinosaurus. And this is a swimming Spinosaurus, as we see in the movie. Spoilers, if you haven't seen it already, it's your fault. They swim and also walk on land, and that's a pretty nice detail for such a small thing. These are incredibly rubbery, by the way. Really soft rubbery. Really rubber. And that's a really nice Spinosaurus. You have a Mosasaurus, I think, with the tail that dips down, as they mentioned in the movie. And look, this is very rubbery as well. Now, these are very small. Quetzalcoatlus, with blue on the top wing, nothing underneath. We may do a comparison with the ones that are in here in a moment. This, I believe, was the Indominus Rex, or the Dominus Rex, which was the mutated T-Rex sort of thing, which terrorizes them in the movie. And I forget the name of this one. I'm sorry, guys. But this one's this beautiful, elegant one that we see throughout the early part or the middle part of the movie. And these are harmless beasts and just quite beautiful. And again, very rubbery. Very rubbery. I love it. Okay. Now, this is your head, Mosasaurus head. I love the fact that it's using blue translucent plastic to display the wave that the Mosasaurus creates as it moves through the water. Careful of your ears. There is a plastic form we have to pull out of here. Otherwise, we can't close the mouth. Packaging. Now, then you can close the mouth. But this is really cool because the mouth closes entirely. Look at that. It hides the teeth. That's really well done. In these other ones, the teeth are exposed and you can't really hide those. The Tyrannosaurus are a little bit hidden. I think the under ones are better hidden, yeah. But this one, you can't see the teeth at all until you open it. And then you realize They're nicely tiered onto each other, and that leaves a trough around that lets the upper teeth in. And it's designed in such a way as it really does kind of hide the teeth entirely, which I really love. These eyes are beautifully done. The skin detail on these things are absolutely stunning. Whoever modeled these, whoever sculpted them, my hat's off to you, sir, or ma'am, or whatever. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful job. Now, when we come up, we notice it's hinged right around here somewhere, and I'm going to hinge it up now. This is the playset. This is the playset upright. So the upper portion of the playset includes the egg temple. There is in the movie, there's a temple that they climb up to get to, and the eggs are here. Eggs come out. I'm not sure what that does. Again, I'm just opening this, and I'm seeing it the first time as you are. So I'm not quite sure. This looks like it might be part of a bridge that might be that they might be able to rappel down to get the Quetzalcoatlus eggs. You will notice like Mayan or Incan carvings all around, because this is supposed to have taken place in an area where there was a civilization. You have these are tracks, so you can pin creatures on here. I'm sure that the Quetzalcoatlus should go on. Let's put them on there. The Quetzalcoatlus can go on here because they all have these little pinholes in their bodies, and that allows the Quetzalcoatlus, if I can fit him on the peg, you can get on there. There he is, to fly up to protect the eggs. But I'm pretty sure that the helicopter is intended to go on this other one. But, you know, it's a playset. You can put on there whatever you want. And again, that is the worst, stupidest helicopter I've ever seen. Everything else is pretty decent in this thing. What else do we have? Well, we have this amazing area here, which is definitely part of the complex that they're in when they land on the island. This is the complex, and there's lots of detail here. Fairly well painted. I mean, it's not great. Some of this painting is a bit iffy. Over here, we've got a little foot peg, which a monster. I call them monsters. These dinosaurs can fit on, and when you push, apparently that makes a noise, but it doesn't do it right away a second time. Then you've got this. This is the raptor escape. That's a cage, and I'm not sure how you trigger it. You might just have to pull it down. Or maybe this is how you trigger it. Yeah, there you go. So you trigger, you can trap the raptor in the cage, and by pushing this button, you release him to noise. I'm pretty sure that's a velociraptor. Zooming in, get more detail. Yeah, that's a velociraptor for sure, right? And it's got this beautiful amber cage front, again with moss and vines growing on it, because the complex, when they land, has been sort of abandoned and creeped over with vines and things. There you have two Spinosauruses down here. Now, this is interesting because the Spinosauruses definitely look like they have some sort of mechanism going on here. There's a hinge here. This hinge controls the jaw, by the way. So this entire lower jaw rises up and reveals a play area underneath. I don't notice this. This looks like a skeleton in itself, like a skull of some kind. I'm not really sure. Yeah, that definitely looks like a skull, maybe. I think there's something down there that we're supposed to be able to see, but I don't know what it is. Maybe you know what that is? That's just the speaker. Yeah, that's just the plastic membrane of the speaker. So these holes are just to let the sound channel out through. So what else do we have? We have the boat. The boat, not quite sure what this does yet. Oh, look at this. So the mouth seems double hinged. What I don't know is there a switch to turn off the audio? I don't see one. Okay, so we'll just do it with audio in place. So the mouth comes up, but also it rises up and slots back down. Let's find out. What's it? The ship is supposed to crash. Oh yeah. So you can push this down, pull it up. Not quite sure. There's a hinge here. So the ship is definitely supposed to... Oh, you know, there's got to be a trigger somewhere. There it is. The trigger's on top of the boat. You push this down and the boat crashes, which is kind of cool. But that's not all we have here, because something's going on here. This is definitely a circle of some kind for a reason. I'm pretty sure that circular thing here is not an accident. But you also have a hinge right here. So the Spinosaurus is going to open up, I'm sure. There must be a... Oh, wait now. Is this like a trigger? Push trigger? Ah, there we go. we turn this that way. I wonder if that means this can, yeah, there we go, and that can open up. Now, I'm thinking storage, because there's no actual play value here. I'm thinking you're supposed to put your little dinosaurs in there. I don't know how many will fit in there at once. But you close this and then rotate the Spinosaurus, and that locks this down in place. And of course your boat has, there's no real surface to play on here, and I don't think the boat goes anywhere. But you definitely get an alarm sound. And you can see the boat underwater as well, the part that's under the water. Because as you lift this up, you get a really good view of what's going on underneath, including that what looks to me to be a skull of some kind. I think that appears to be the entire playset. So, given that this cost about $42, I think, these each cost $20 at Target. I'm just saying it's at Target prices. That's where I got them. I saw this on the shelf at Target today in Massachusetts, which means they're restocking. I also saw some of the new Polly Pocket stuff that I've been waiting for weeks to show up on the shelves. We're finally starting to show up. So let's do a size comparison. These are the Spinosaurus and the Tyrannosaurus together. And this one is almost the length of both of them combined. So it's quite large, quite detailed, quite beautiful. Love the sound. I love the fact that the mouth closes and then has a lot of play value in here. Obviously, I ran through it very quickly, but I think any kid can have a great time in here. Now, let's do a quick comparison of the dinosaurs. So in here we've got, this is the Spinosaurus that came with this set, and we'll compare it to the Spinosaurus that came with this set here. So, you know, yeah, they're about the same scale. I was wondering if they were, by the way, they're not really scaled because this guy in the movie is huge, as is this guy. Well, I guess the Mosasaurus is as well. So the Mosasaurus, because it is tiny, is meant to also swim around the water, and you can do whatever you want to there. Now, so here, of course, in this set, you have a Mosasaurus as well, which is quite nice. So I'm going to put the Spinosaurus back. You also have a little Mosasaurus here, and that's the same one. And then you have some Spinosauruses here that are kind of embedded, but they actually have their function. Like, they come right up on the beach to snatch you away. The problem is, there's no people in this set. Now, T-Rex has, well, T-Rex does not actually have people. It has a statue, I believe, if this is the one. One of these has a statue of people. I don't know where it is right now. Maybe is it in the Spinosaurus after all? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, here it is. I believe this, I don't even know. This is not people. This looks like a statue of people, but I might be wrong. This might actually be a person. It's weird if it is. Anyway. So, what? This one is meant to fall flat, by the way, like so. It's not meant to stay upright, like some sets. This set is meant to stay upright and will hinge and stay upright, just like the Mosasaurus. Now, what is missing, Mattel? Hey, Mattel, these are beautiful sets. I have to say, well worth my money. $20, $42 maybe. Absolutely well worth my money. But what's missing? Oh, I know what's missing. Yeah, there we go. Now, guys. Now we have a playset. Now we have a proper Mattel playset. And another one, we'll put him over here. Mattel, this is what you're missing. All of this beauty and no Mighty Max. And I think that's wrong. That is absolutely wrong. And just because you won't do it, I made my own. This is Sydney Swift. And if you follow my videos, Sydney is the star of a toys line that I'm creating myself with my 3D printers. And Sid can stand on the boat. That's what's missing. Well, guys, I have to say I've been very excited since I found out these were coming out. And I bought these earlier. These have been on the shelves for about a month and a half, maybe. This one I've been anticipating. I've been searching all the videos, all the online stores. I've been refreshing several times a day looking for it. And I did find it on Target's website. So I ordered it because it wasn't in shops yet. And yet today when I went, I found one on a Target shelf, and I would have snapped it up, except tracking had already shown that this one had arrived at my door. And while I was at work, I knew that when I come home tonight, I would have access to it. Now, obviously the perspective is a little bit weird here because the camera's forward. I'm going to move them together so that you can see what they're like together. That's the scale. All right, guys. And I do want to say, shouting it out to Mattel, you know what you're doing wrong. Wow. You got locked in place there. You know what we want, and you know what's missing. We shouldn't have to tell you. And with the absolutely huge success of your rebranded Polly Pocket line, I don't know why this isn't a Mighty Max set. So, for Magical Little Worlds, I'm Sean Huckster. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.